some value over here at 5 Star. Hopefully getting a chance to read the title as presented by my man Tez over here. How to not be a bitch as a man. All right, hold on. Let's see if this is going live. Everything is starting to look good on my end over here. It looks like we're about to be live on every single platform that you guys know and love us from. It looks like we're about to be live on YouTube here in just a second. And yeah, we've got one hell of a title today for you guys, because when it comes to the imp epidemic that me and Tez were talking about last time, that is a never-ending battle. And we did lose some audio for you guys last time. That's why I'm revested up. Shout out to my dog 50 Cent. You already know, got rich and didn't die. Shout out to the album Get Rich or Die Trying. That's my dog in the building. Tez, how you doing, man? It's really good to have you in the building today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's fucking get it. We out here, another fucking show. Bringing it to you live at fucking, 10, 11 o'clock at night on a Friday. We are out here. Gonna bring some fucking heat. We back at it. We're gonna keep going, talk about how to not be fucking just gay. Like, just how to not be gay, because there's a lot of gay motherfuckers out here today.
Audio's sounding good?
Audio is good. So we out here. Let's get it.
We are good. We are out here. I'm keeping my eye extra close to the audio levels this time around, man, because we have been attacked by the Matrix. You know, they really don't want us to give you guys the sauce, but we're doing everything that we can to continuously bring you the sauce. We will never stop giving you the sauce. We're going to do everything that we can do to make sure that you stay supreme and live that 5-star dream. Now, you know, when you brought this up to me, right, the title of the episode, How to Not Be a Bitch in the Modern Day 2025, you guys know that we're going to tell you how to not be a bitch with the ladies. We're going to tell you how to be a man. We don't want you speaking in your passive voice. We want you speaking in your active voice. We want you to be commanding. But when you brought this title up to me and I stepped out just now, I actually had some thoughts about a scenario where I'm literally working in a professional sales job, right, for these people. And this guy, he's my manager at the time, one of the many managers I have at the time, when I'm working a sales job. And I remember that something happened that day, and he wanted to call me to the back office, and he wanted to start like putting me down and throwing like little knives in my chest, right, with like just mean shit he wanted to say. But keep in mind, I've always been Chris, and there's a couple things that I mean by that, right? He would go on to like stab me and bring me down, but like, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. When your boy is out here and he's working, I'm always working at my top notch, always have a professional attitude, always giving him that kindness, always giving him that like professional tone, and putting my best foot forward. And then I don't even remember why this guy's calling me in to like chastise me at the time. But ironically, funny enough, at that time, as I've always been like a guy who goes to the gym and exercises and stuff, at that time, I'm like in the gym constantly with my dude powerlifting after work, right? And at that, we were often just like having a lot of like bro jokes that we would go and have back and forth. Kind of like when me and you go to the gym, right? It's just like funny stuff that we'll say like, man, these weights are too, like everything, all these weights are too small, right? Like that's a joke. Like it's just saying like, yo, we could lift anything in here because we're getting stronger and stronger. But while I'm doing that in my real life, right? Because remember, I want you guys in the gym. Competence leads to confidence. This type of confidence that I'm always walking around with sees this short little fat fucking bastard in the back in management trying to like chastise me and put me down. And he wanted me to say sorry for something I didn't even do, right? So while this stupid short fat fucking bitch is like calling me, like trying to like get me to like comply to him, he literally forgot who the fuck he was talking to during this time. Because here's the thing about not being a bitch: reality. I've been in a bunch of professional scenarios where somebody wants to outpower me, and I want you men to take from this scenario, if they're trying to outpower you, fuck them, even at the cost of that job. Because when I realized that this dude was trying to put me down, I said, fuck you. If anything, if the worst case were to happen right now, if I were to walk away from this job, I'm gonna go find another one. You ain't shit to me. I'm doing this to just be professional and make sure I'm having a good day and everyone else is having a good day. So as this dude is trying to put me down, I immediately just like, while he's trying to get me to say sorry or some shit, I silently just turn around, walk away, and leave. As I'm leaving the professional establishment at that time, homie walks out of the management office, follows me, and then as As I'm leaving, he says, if you walk out those doors, don't come back. I literally come back to work the next day. Nothing happened. He didn't tell nobody. He didn't talk about anything. No one fired me. Nothing happened. No bad thing happened. But I kept my fucking dignity. And that's why we need you men to not be a bitch in 2025. Dantes, man, what do you say?
Hell yeah. I mean, that's really what it is. It's like, don't allow your fucking emotions to override. If you don't let, like, if you feel threatened or some dude, if you feel emasculated by some dude's energy or his vibe or whatever the case is, you feel threatened by the way he moves, like, don't fucking be a faggot and don't be gay and fucking act on that and start just doing little weird gay shit to, like, let it be known that you feel some kind of way. Like, kind of like what comes to my mind is that dude when you were at fucking the wharf, you were talking to the girl fucking at the wharf. It's like a group of 3 girls, and fucking there was like a guy, like a little dude, a fucking little dude. It's like he was just doing little, like, saying little just gay shit, like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And like obviously you guys weren't there, but the way this dude was behaving, it was like kind of like backhanded, like, compliments, or like fucking, he was saying shit with like a second meaning behind it, like trying to make it seem like it was like these underhanded compliments, like what's something he would say, like fucking talk about, oh, your chain, or, like, it's like just really subtle, like this gay shit, or like he's trying to fucking insinuate, like, in front of the girls that, like, you're of lower status, but he's just being really gay about it. Like, you could tell he feels threatened in some kind of way, so he's like just like poking at you and just doing gay shit, and like
a lot of girls see that from him too. Yeah,
and they see that, and fucking guys think that the girls don't notice when you're doing little gay shit because you feel some kind of way when there's another dude around that's fucking has the attention, or he's fucking more assertive or just more dominant than you, and you feel some kind of way, so you're kind of like just trying to bring his value down by making fun of him or like doing little subtle gay shit to kind of like lower his status in front of the crowd or in front of the people. So it's like, that's really like a big thing. Guys will feel some kind of way and just like do little gay shit to like make the other person look bad or bring him down so you don't feel as bad, because you really know that he's fucking better than you. Whether that's like fucking making fun of him in front of everyone or trying to like make a joke out of him or something because you feel some kind of way inside. It's like just really gay, subtle shit that like a lot of people do, and like a lot of times it's like so subtle that you don't even want to like speak on it. Like if you're a guy who's like watching, you're like, I know, because this guy at my fucking job or at my gym or wherever I go to, he's always just trying to like fucking do some little shit, weird shit to make me look a certain way or try to like just get me off my fucking square and try to get me to react to shit. If you're that guy, then you know what I'm talking about as far as fucking people doing gay shit to try to like knock you off. But if you're the guy who's actually doing that shit, you gotta like just feel inside that you're feeling like the gay fucking feel inside that you're feeling this gay emotion, and you need to just not let it take control of you and just like just act like it's not even happening and just behave normal as best as you can, because deep down everyone knows what you're doing. It's just gay. Like they know that you feel some infuriated, like you feel like the guy's more masculine than you, so now you got to do this shit, make them look back to overcompensate. So just don't do that gay shit. And really a way to fucking cure this gayness is to like go out there and do hard fucking shit. Go to the gym in the morning, like put yourself through so much fucking hard shit that's gonna build your character so much to where it's like, even if you're around a dude who's like more masculine or who's more dominant, more charismatic than you, like you're so comfortable in your skin because you've been through so much shit that you've like built yourself up to where it's like you understand, like you respect it, you don't hate on it, you just respect it. So that's the way to overcome the gayness, is by just building your character and doing a lot of hard shit.
And look, I don't want you guys to like get thrown off. I'm going to give you the real sauce here on why things need to be this way, why you need to be able to lead your life from the active position and not from the passive position, because the passive position puts you in the tone of a bitch. Now, we haven't even gotten to the dating stuff yet. We're just talking about the professional workspace. So let me go ahead and clear this up. That does not mean that you guys have the excuse to have like a bad attitude or to show up or to not do your job correctly or to hate on the ethics of things. Let me show you how things are supposed to work. Let me give you a breakdown. We're gonna just say fuck your corporate job for a minute, and let's rewind the clocks to like the 1800s, and let's kind of define what work used to be like, right? Or what work would be in a perfect scenario. I want you to think back to like the 1800s, Gatsby time. and you see a rich man, an aristocratic man, and he's walking down the street, and he sees you, someone who wants to do something for him. You have a lesser income, he has a higher income. The reason that you need to be good and kind and courteous to people of wealth is that wealthy people can give you jobs. And with that mindset, that way of understanding, for every hard day's work deserves a hard day's wage, is the mindset by which like things like the Constitution or America or the capitalism was really built on, with like good ethical, moral, privatized values in most scenarios, right? So if you are in a scenario where you do have, maybe you're working for a small company, or maybe you found you are like a wealth management for one wealthy family or something, we want you to maintain your status, and we want you to maintain your ethics, and we want you to maintain professional relationships with people. And that is very solid, noble testament to a man, because a rich man can turn any man into another rich man as well, if he so chooses, if you stick to the disciplines of what he has to show you in order to make wealth, in order to make money. Now, we've given you a lot of sauce on how things are supposed to be. And if you fast forward to the modern day, remember, it's very, very common for these college kids to shit on capitalism without having the backstory that I just gave you. Capitalism is important. American free market systems are important. And you got to understand, when you're in the dating space, you're also in a free market. And just as the market dictates the millionaires, the dating market will always dictate who the top G's really are in that space when you're dating, right? So my dog, now that we understand some of that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, what can men do, or what are men doing to be a bitch, and what can they do to stop being a bitch in 2025?
Yeah, what motherfuckers are doing is like what I was fucking just said, is fucking just like, first, okay, if you prioritize being liked over being respected, then that makes you a bitch, because your behavior is based off of someone else's feelings and emotions of you. So it's like, you need to first prioritize being respected over being liked. So that means people are just not gonna like you. Start saying no. If you're like a nice guy, if you're considered a nice guy, then you're a bitch. So if you're always trying to please everyone and fucking make everyone happy, make everyone like you, that is a sign that you are a bitch. And I know that sounds bad. You probably just have a good heart. You're trying to be a nice person, a nice guy, fucking try to fucking get along, but that's not gonna get you to where you want to be. You need to fucking ruffle some feathers and actually start saying what you believe, and fucking standing your ground. Like, stop trying to please everyone, because people aren't gonna respect you for that. They're just gonna push you over. They're gonna take advantage of you, and then you're gonna be mad at them for that. But really, you're training them to treat you a certain way. Because if you're the nice guy out there and fucking you want to make everyone happy, and then you start to notice that they're taking advantage of you, and now you're mad at them because you trained them to treat you that way. So you need to fucking start having boundaries. If you're a guy who wants to say yes to everyone, start fucking just straight up saying no. The moment you start saying no, that's the moment you're gonna start having more respect for yourself, and then you're gonna start to feel better inside, because the way people treat you, that can make you hate yourself, because you're getting this response from people that you don't want, but deep down you're actually training them to behave that way around you. So it's really your fault if people are taking advantage of you. You've allowed yourself to get to that point to where people feel like they can do whatever they want to you, because you're a pushover. So think in your head, be real with yourself. It's going to take some fucking honesty for you to really look yourself in the mirror and say, am I a guy who wants to make everyone happy? Am I a guy who actually does what I want to do, put myself first? You really just have to start putting yourself first in every situation. Put yourself first. I don't give a fuck. You come first. The moment you start doing that, people are going to have more respect for you, and you're going to stop being a bitch and just being a pushover. And that's how you're going to start getting real relationships and really respecting and loving yourself.
Yeah, because if you don't go that route, you'll never be able to build up a team or build up a crew or build up a family that even wants to be around you, right? The thing about people pleasing is that it's all too common in the world of men and dating, and yeah, sometimes women too, but people pleasing, it can come from like abusive situations. People pleasing can come from misunderstanding the hierarchy or how the world works in the public school system. But let me tell you how this usually looks in real life for the man. Right? You could be any normal dude out there, but you've been kind to the girl, you've been dating the girl, you've been kind of smooth with her, and you are now getting what you want from her: compliance, affection. You guys are making love together, but now you've lost like your firmness. You're turning into Clark Kent, not Superman, right? You're not like hardcore badass on the motorcycle in her mind anymore. You're being kind of like, oh yeah, let's go do this, let's kind of do that. Oh yeah, no, I don't mind going to your family's event. I'll go and meet your aunts and uncles and all that shit. Like, there is times where you can evolve the pace between you guys to meet family members and stuff, but what happens is that all I see a lot of the time, these men are making short little trade-offs of compliance on their side to be more agreeable, and trading off their freedom and making little compliance giveaways to the point where you're really just hanging out with the girl in order to have sex with her at all costs. And if you're in that place, you are a bitch, my guy. It has happened to you. Don't worry. 5 Star is here to inject you with the motherfucking cure. Ignore that immediately. And what you need to do is be the opposite of a bitch, bro. You know what? I'll give you some advice that I had actually learned from Ilona Chernabai, an actual woman who turned herself into a millionaire on Instagram from taking these words straight out of her mouth, right? She says literally, oh yes, the reason I am able to do this is because I think of myself as the main character. I'm the main character. And the world is very much in favor of course, female influencers, right? You see it happen all the time. And they're fucking taking advantage of it. And you guys don't have that advantage. You're not a beautiful girl on the internet. It's a lot harder for you. So when it comes to actually building out the command value, the respect that Tez was just talking about, what I'd rather have you do, instead of making compliances and agreements to go have sex with a girl, I want you to set the standards and the tone to let her know that how she comes in to your world, on your frame, on your time. So now the trade-off isn't even sex. Sex is built in because she's built into your routine. She does what you tell her to do. She listens to you, and you command your value.
Hell yeah. 1000%. And you need to prioritize respect in every fucking relationship. It's always respect comes first. Because the moment you do that, especially with dealing with women, that's when you're going to actually find a lot of girls who actually like you for you, and you're going to have more healthy, better relationships. Because yeah, you might lose, you're probably going to lose a lot of girls because you're not being a pushover, you're not falling into her frame, because most guys are just saying yes to fucking everything the girl wants, doing whatever the girls wants, and they're just getting pussy not because the girl actually really fucking likes them and has that genuine burning desire, but it's because okay, he's just been a good enough boy, so I'm going to give him the little treat, like he's been good enough. So don't be that guy. So yeah, you're going to lose a lot of girls that way, but you're gonna fucking have more quality women when you start really just being in your frame and having her acquiesce to who you are. That way you actually have better relationships, because a lot of guys are just getting pussy and the girl doesn't even like them. You're just behaving good. So the moment you really just start prioritizing respect in every relationship, you're gonna feel better inside about yourself, because you know deep down, even if a girl fucks you and you know it's like she doesn't really fucking genuinely like you, like you've just done enough, and you know, like, you feel bad inside. And when you're being a pushover, people taking advantage of you, like that makes you feel bad inside. So the only way to overcome that is by fucking having more respect for yourself, by saying no, and just fucking, some relationships are gonna go off, they're gonna end because people aren't used to you having boundaries. They're used to you they like the version of you that's being a pushover, to where you say yes to everything, you do whatever they want. Then the moment you start saying no and you start fucking having boundaries, having more respect for yourself, then that's when you're gonna start to weed out the people who weren't really fucking with you. They were only really fucking with you because it was convenient for them, because they could do whatever the fuck they want around you. They can fucking take advantage of you because you'd allowed it. So the moment you start having that respect for yourself, you're gonna start to have the right people around you, because they know they're truly around you because of who you are, not because you're just convenient because you're a pushover for them. So yeah, when it comes to the girl, start fucking prioritizing respect. Like, it's respect first. If a girl cusses you out, calls you a bitch, does all this shit, it's like, you don't fuck that. Like, I'm not like, no, you don't fucking respect. Like, it's respect first. Like, you can, like, the pussy doesn't mean that much. If I gotta be disrespected, or fucking I gotta step down to get this pussy, just to show that you're on a pedestal, you're better than me and all this shit, just to fuck you, no, it's no.
And if you make these concessions, what's going to happen is that if once you start doing it, you will be nothing left but the husk of a man. And me and Tez see those men all the time. The dude who has made so many concessional freedom trade-offs to his woman that you cannot tell who the woman or the man is. Let me tell you. Just by virtue of a woman and a man coming into some sort of relationship together, seemingly respect is between them at this point already, and one of you is going to take it. And if you let that girl take the respect, you are a fucking bitch, my guy. You got to understand, even here on this show, we had a girl say, well, I don't understand why when I was going out to the carnivals and all the electric dancing concerts, why my guy would write a fucking 20-page PowerPoint about why he wanted to break up with me so vehemently. Well, let me tell you about the motivation that it would take a man to make a 20-page fucking PowerPoint presentation in order to break up with you. You see, men want to have sex, and you fucked it up by being annoying, right? Because what happened is that man had, and it's his fault, he had no respect for himself from the beginning. First of all, if he had respect for himself, he probably wouldn't be dating a girl that had ambitions like that. One, that's how you know he's a bitch. Two, the girl found it weird that he wanted to put his foot down when? Later. When you decided to drop your fucking balls down and be a big boy, at that point in time, when you start having your fucking standards, it's already too late. You might as well trash the relationship. It's your fault. You did a bad job to that girl. It's your fault. It's your fault, bro. That's why we're here on 5 Star to let you men know. If you are letting her make any of these decisions in your relationship, like, yeah, I'm going to go where I want to go. I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, guess what? You're a bad leader because you can't tell the girl, no, Brittany, I say I'm protecting you from yourself. And you will sit your ass in here. In this scenario, you will clean up this studio. In another scenario, if you're like in construction or something, you'll handle my clients, or you'll get her involved in your life in some way. But if the woman has free time dedicated to do everything else but be in your relationship, you are effectively a pussy. And me and Tez have talked about this all the time. Imagine, men, you are a bitch. If right now you have walked into your home and your wife or your girlfriend or your whatever counterpart fuck buddy isn't there, and you call her right now and you say, hey, I'm home, where are you? Guess what, my guy? That's why you're here. That's why this content exists. We're here to make sure that you're never going to be that pussy. When we put dating shows together, we'll make sure that you guys come through and exhibit the characteristics of people who are winners in the world of dating, but would never, ever, ever be the kind of guy that trades off his freedom to let his girl hang out with other guys or have other careers or prioritize other things outside of your last name and your relationship and your future, which has to be really clearly thought out and explained to her in a very solid amount of time, which is a whole other thing we could talk about, like in a different scenario, like how to structure out the relationship, when to introduce certain things. But before you get to that point, you can't be a bitch.
Hell no. And the shit sounds like funny, catchy, like don't be a bitch or how to not be a bitch, but all that really is, let me break that down for you. All that really is saying a person who doesn't put himself first, a person who prioritizes being liked over being respected, wants to please everyone else, puts other people's needs above his. That is what that is. So I know it's like how to not be a bitch. It sounds kind of funny, like a little like, oh, what the fuck is going on? But that's all it is. If you're someone who puts other people before yourself, then you are a bitch. You are gay. Like that's just about, especially as a man. Because really what it is, let me break that down. So what it is as a woman, they're the people pleasers. So if you're a guy who were raised by their mom, or you'll notice that with moms, they're more like the people pleasers. They get along with people. So, and with girls in general, like girls, they're people pleasers because they have to go along with the crowd because they can't fight for their word. If they start fucking disagreeing with everyone and the wrong man fucking disagrees, he might beat their ass or kill him. So just fucking as a species, just growing up biologically, they're fucking hardwired to go along with the crowd. That's why they have the hive brains, because they just go with whatever fucking whoever the strongest man is in the area. If he says 2 + 2 is 5, they're just gonna fucking say it's 5 because they don't want to die off. So as a man, that's a female trait. If you just go along with fucking the crowd and shit, you're basically saying I'm a weak man. I can't stand on my own 2 feet and defend my word. So it's really a feminine trait. So that's how you're really a bitch as a man, if you prioritize other people's wants and needs above yours. Because what you're saying is that you can't defend your own word. You're not strong enough to stand on whatever you believe. So you're just going to acquiesce to whoever the strongest person is around you, or whatever the case is, because you don't want to die. That's not what you're thinking in your brain, but that's the way that you're acting fucking 100, 200 years ago. That's how that person behaved, is a pussy who just went along with fucking whoever the strongest person was, because they didn't want to disagree, because they were afraid that maybe they would get killed or beat up. That's what's happening. So it's really a female trait to just fucking prioritize other people's wants and needs over yours. So yeah, that's what makes you a bitch. So start fucking standing your word. Fucking just start saying no to people. Whoever, if you're a nice guy out there watching this video, you've been fucking people pleasing, saying yes to everything. Start just saying no. The next time someone asks you for $10, even if you have a fucking 100,000 in the bank, just say no. Just because you're gonna start building that muscle. Just because fucking you need to get used to saying no. Because the people for you nice guys out there that have just been saying yes for so long, people are just around you asking you for shit because they know they can take advantage of you because you've just been saying yes. So just start fucking saying no to people. The more you say no, the more love you will start to have for yourself.
Oh, bro, 100%. Yo, that's a fucking applause right there, my dog. That's like a little, you know what I'm saying? We need a little ovation button for that stuff. Like, it's only been 20 minutes, and we already came out the gate swinging. We are hitting you guys with bar after bar, fact after fact, statistic after statistics. How many times have I said on this show, starve them of attention? I'm thinking about turning that into a t-shirt, bro. Starve them of attention. You see, he's hitting on a really good point here. The hive mind. Women don't know what they're attracted to. Women don't know what they want to eat for lunch. Women sure as shit can't pick a good man, or else all the good men would have already picked a girl and all the girls would be married. But they're not married. They're all doing exactly the wrong thing because sex and sexual liberation has been entrusted to them, and they cannot do it on their own. So what do we do to bring back the reins in the most perfect, war-fulfilled battle cry of a scenario? We starve them of attention. You do not like a single fucking picture. If you see a girl, don't look at her. If she wants to talk to you, run away. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that part. We want you to go up there and talk to your cold approacher. But if, and all the men, listen to me, what you have right here on the table is time on your side. And I know, as you know, many of you men appreciate variety and crave variety. By the year 2040, half of all women will be single and childless, and at that time, delusion might lift. And if you're able to command your value at that time, if you want to build up a home with many women in it, they'll have nothing else to do but to choose from the top men, and that is going to be you. If you listen to us, my guy, we're building that out for you every single day right away. Now, like I said, they have a hive mind. If all the men said, all I want is a package deal, I want Brittany and Ashley, I want Susie and Barbie, I want Carissa and Marissa, they would have no choice but to bring you that package deal. And this is the segue into that if you really want to get into that kind of a start.
Oh yeah, and then like fucking hitting the gym too. Like I'm gonna be straight up. Like I haven't been consistent in this gym lately. Just been working, but like fucking, I put in work in the gym in the past for over a long period of time. But fucking, if you're a guy out there, you don't go to the gym, fucking hit the gym, get strong, start to feel strong. When you start to do that, like that'll bring a little bit of the gay bitchiness out of you. A little bit, because you just feel like you're really like you can actually defend your word. So some shit happens, if there's a conflict, you're fucking strong enough and you start feeling strong because fucking you've been in the gym. So now it's like, if I say no and someone wants to fight me, fuck it, I'm strong as shit. And it's like, that's not what you're thinking in your head like while you're going to the gym. But for you guys who are used to saying yes to everything and fucking you're just weak, you don't go to the gym, you don't do anything, start fucking going to the gym. You're not gonna want to go. It's gonna build your character. You're gonna get strong, and then that's gonna bring a little bit of the bitchness out of you as well. So yeah, just fucking do hard shit and start saying fucking no. And these hoes are gonna respect you more. Like that's the main thing. When you start fucking having your frame, it's like no. we're gonna do what I want to do. This interaction is all about I'm leading this interaction, and I'm gonna determine every fucking way that this is gonna go. Like, I'm not falling into your frame whatsoever, and you're gonna lose a lot of girls that way. But those girls fucking weren't for you anyways. Like, they didn't want you for you anyways. But the girls who are gonna really fuck with you, those are the ones that are like really actually like when you're just completely being yourself, and they have to fall into your frame. The ones that actually fucking fuck, like the ones that end up falling in your frame, that they're gonna really fuck with you. Because when you fall into a girl's frame, it's like you don't really leave an imprint on her, because it's just like you were just there. Like, it's not really like the only way to leave a real imprint on her is by her falling into your frame and fucking doing that. And she's gonna love it and respect it, because it's like she's like, damn, like a fucking masculine man, like a fucking leader, like I can follow him. And it's gonna be so much more healthy and better that way. Like, that's the way that it's supposed. That's what they fucking want. They don't want you. I know you think, oh, I need to fucking do whatever she says that whatever she wants to do. That's what we need to do, because that's how I'm gonna get laid. But no, that is not how women operate. Remember, don't fucking think logical with women. It's always the opposite. Fucking, it's the opposite as far as the way that we think. We want a lot of bitches. They want one dude for the most part, unless they're fucking hoe. Most girls want to be committed with fucking with one dude. So we want a lot of girls. They want one dude. What else? Fucking, if they say go left, we really go right, because it's a fucking test, because they want you just to see that you're a leader. So always fucking just do the opposite. Don't let a fucking girl lead you, because she's gonna know that you don't respect yourself. So she needs to fall in your frame.
You know, this actually reminds me of some personal stories that I've gotten a chance to tell you, but I haven't got a chance to tell them, right? In real life, dude. Okay, this is the difference. This is the difference in behavior from a woman based on you being a bitch or not, right? Yeah, and you can tell a lot about, shout out to 50. You could tell a lot about it by his bitch, you know what I'm saying? But check this out, right? So I'm in a scenario, right? And I've been fortunate enough to run into a lot of my ex-girlfriends after I broke up with them, because my breakups are like how your breakup should be. Gone. It's just no and gone. Bro, you don't even have to be broken up. I was in a scenario one time where me and Tess had to talk about this girl, and I was just gone. Yo, all right, so get this, right? So my breakups are hard, and or hardcore, the way I want you to be, just quick sever. And now later in life, right, here's one of the girls that I reconvene with. So I'm at the Hard Rock over here, right, and I'm chilling. I had just seen 50 Cent at motherfucking there, right, and a girl that I hadn't seen for it had to be 15 years or some shit. I'm going to the casino. I'm walking up. I'm literally going to go look at not say hi to other baristas that I had known out there. Shout out to you and you. I know both you chicas, you girls are, you know what I'm saying, beautiful. Thank you for how you treat the boy out there, you know what I'm saying? So I see her at the end of the bar. I say her name. She sees me, overcome with excitement, runs over to me, jumps in my arms. I'm literally grabbing her butt, holding her, and her legs are wrapped around me. I haven't seen her forever. She runs up and jumps on me. We're talking. I told her what was going on. There was a day where I was out, I had met Caperstan, and there was a lot of models. I saw 50 and stuff. And then I told her, yo, that was so cool. And it's not even more cool than getting a chance to see you, because I haven't seen you for 15 years. And it was just a really lit moment. She was all excited and all giddy. And then she was leaving. And as she's leaving with this dude. And I was like, yeah, what up? And who is he? Because I'm trying to say, we should link up later. And I did. I hit her up. I said, yo, let's head out at lunch. And then as she was leaving, she's like, that's my boyfriend. So it tells you what kind of guy it tells you what kind of guy that guy is, and it tells you what kind of guy that I am, and it tells you what kind of girl that girl is, right? It shows you that in this very easy to explain scenario, that girl can't be with the man that she actually wants, but will always respect the man that she actually wants, but she can't handle a man that is what she wants. The hardcoreness of a man is not something that she really actually truly wants. her actions are showing that she wants to wrap her fingers around a weak and a soft man. So she has that dating style. So that's what she selects for. And she did it successfully. And if you are the man in that scenario where the finger is wrapped around you, look at what we're doing to you right now, my guy. We're fucking laughing at you and we're making fun of you right here on this show because your behavior is so low and so bitch and so weak and so low in agreeableness. Or you're lowering your concession, you're conceding so much that you're lowering your ability to be a man in order to agree to maybe get a crumb of vagina. Yo, listen, man. Tez was just saying, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of girls if you have a standard. Great. Good fucking shit. We want you to be losing women regularly. Bro, if you have 55 breakups every single morning, I'll be super, super proud of you.
Hell yeah. No, for sure. In that situation, if your girl is jumping onto another dude or ex-boyfriend or whatnot, that tells you automatically he's in her frame because no dude wants his girl to be doing that. So for her to not take him into consideration when she did that, that just tells you right then and there she's in his frame. So if you're getting a certain fucking reaction from your girl, or your girl's behaving a certain way, or you're not getting what you want out of life in general, it's your fault because you're not demanding better and you're not taking action to do better. So if your girl's fucking going out doing shit that you don't want her to do, that tells you right there that first you have no boundaries and that you're in her frame. Because fucking girls know in the back of their head, people in general know in the back of their head if they can get away with this with one person or if they can't get away with it with the next person. So they're just doing that because they know they can get away with it with you because, like I said, you've trained them again to behave that way. So if you're getting a reaction from people or fucking you're getting treated a certain way from people, it's your fault because you've programmed them, you've trained them to be that way. So you need to have frame so that way your girl's not out here doing shit like that, jumping on dudes or going out to clubs or doing shit that you really don't want her to do. If you're a dude who's at home right now and fucking your girl's out with her friends getting drunk somewhere, even if she's with her friends, fuck all that. Like your girl, she's not fucking going out drinking, getting drunk where guys can fucking take advantage of the situation or just even be in the vicinity to like do certain shit when she's drinking. So it's like if you're at home and deep down you don't want your girl to be going out or you don't want your girl to be fucking around this certain friend and shit, she's doing shit that you don't want her to do, but yet you're not speaking up because you're afraid that she might lose you or you're afraid of how she's gonna react. That is a sign that you are a bitch and you are gay and you're afraid of an outcome. Like you should never behave a certain way because you're afraid of an outcome. Like you should always just be full force, whoever the fuck you are, do what you do, and be that way. Because the moment you're afraid of an outcome, it's like now it's that thing. It's whatever that outcome is, it's controlling you. So you can't fully, be yourself or get what you want out of life when it comes to that. So you just gotta fucking say, fuck the outcome. I'm gonna do what's best for me, and whatever comes with it, that's what comes with it, and I'm gonna deal with it regardless.
Now, if that much self-respect is a little bit new to you guys, watch this. I'm going to do the most sauce, most resourceful thing that I can do. Tez, let me ask you a question, bro. If you were that dude in that scenario, one, what would you have done? And two, what would it have taken from you to get to there?
Bro. So, bro, bro, hell no, bro. What would I can't even imagine
I can't even go in that state of mind.
Yeah, bro, that shit is nah, bro, that shit.
We're gonna help you imps right here, boy.
Yeah, hell no, bro. She's getting no, that's just it is not, bro. Hell no. She definitely, we're not leaving that. No, that's just not happening. No, hell no, bro. If you're fuck no, bro. If your girl's out here doing that shit, it's like she's not even, bro. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Fuck it. I'll tell you guys a story. I was in fucking Vegas one time, right?
Hey, let's go.
I was in Vegas with a girl. I was in Vegas with a girl, taking her serious. Like we weren't together, but we were serious. Like never gave her a commitment. I never boyfriend girlfriend, but like it was a serious fucking. It was pretty serious. Like went to Vegas, bro. Went to fucking Hawaii, did shit. And then I fucking went through her phone in fucking Vegas. I'm like, 'cause something was just off. Like I went to her dorm. I went through her phone. and fucking found out some weird shit. Like she was fucking off, bro. I found out some shit, and bro, I left. Like we drove to Vegas together. I left her in I left in Vegas, bro. Like I left her in Vegas, bro. Like on some real shit. Like
hi, look where he ended up, bitch.
Real shit. And it's like, hey, yo, shout out to her. No fucking bad blood or anything, but like that's the shit that you like. It's fuck it. It's like, bro, like, no, we're not fucking. Like, no, we're not. That's just, you can't tolerate that shit. And yeah, bro, at that point it was just a wrap. So just left her. Not a bad person or anything. Shout out to her. But fucking, that's just the shit. It's like, that's just unacceptable. If you don't go to like those measures to fucking show that you have respect for yourself, it's like, that's the only way for you to like have some kind of still dignity at the end of it all, is if you just fucking walk away. So if you're a guy in that situation, just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah, now, before, there was a time when my dog Donald Trump was writing these hardcore books. They were sauced the fuck up. One of them is called The Art of the Deal, and it says, to keep your deal hot, if you can't walk away from the motherfucking deal, then you ain't all that to begin with. You know what I mean? Now that, my guys, goes for pussy no matter how hot, no matter how available, no matter how much she knows your mom, no matter how much she knows your family, no matter how much she has weaved herself into your life. She is somebody that you must be able to look right in the eyeballs and turn your back like it is a motherfucking duel and walk your way away 20 paces but for fucking ever and never look back at that bitch again. She'll never see you because you are the value, my guy. You are 5-star. You are a gentleman. We are building you up to be the biggest and baddest, most sauced up motherfucker of all time. That means when you leave your house, we're telling you to become like a top-notch 5-star celebrity, billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire, ripped as fuck, doing everything you can to be a badass motherfucker in this dating game. And the only thing that you can do once you become all those things is remove your attention, stardom of attention, remove your attention from that girl. And if she can no longer get that attention from you, well, let me tell you what happens when you stop being a bitch, my guy. Here's another story, a little segue, right? My other freakier exes, which is a different side of life, I have found that in breaking up with them and walking away from them, when they circle back to me, there's something that a woman has called an alpha imprint, right? Where the sexual and experiential experiences that she has with you as a man in a dating stage will be something that's so ingrained in her later in life that when she does pair off with another male, when she does go out there and have sex with another guy, she'll always be comparing that guy to the memory of how problem solving, how hardcore, how the basic stats and makeup of the other guy was, right? So I've dated girls, and before, if you look at their ex-boyfriends, they would have been dating someone that looked completely different than me. And then there's some girls that, like, I changed their alpha imprint, and then they could only date guys that literally look like me after, right? Like, same height, same skin color, same hair, same everything, right? So that is an alpha imprint. There's been other scenarios where the way in which your boy gets freaky, they do exactly the same moves, the same stuff that I was doing with them. They have to now take that and do that stuff with another person. So they're copying and pasting your alpha imprint. Now, think about that. In life, who would you rather be? The guy that's out here doing the freakiness, and then when things don't go the right way, as per the deal that you're laying out for the girl, you walk away and now they're copying you? Or do you want to be the guy in this scenario that when she sits down and she's slobbing on your knob and looks up in your eyes, she's thinking about what she used to do with me? Who would you rather be, my guy? Do you want the hand-me-downs? Or do you want to be the one that's lifting the girls up for the first time, right? So we're giving you your selection value. Now, in general, I just want to clear up a lot of things, right? With celibacy for women, because it only works for women, and virginity. If you found a virgin woman between the ages of 18 to 24, and you were going to take a relationship seriously because that was her goal, you found a great thing. That is a blessing and good for you, my guy. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be a perfect thing. You know, there's a lot of people out there in the world that even with virginity aren't just bad people. And shout out to Samantha. To become a better date, to become better at dating, you got to become a better person. You know what I mean? That's real facts. You really, truly do have to be a better person. And not every girl that you're going to be selecting for is going to have those perfect qualities. So whatever you are navigating through here, we're going to probably do some live call-in shows where you talk to us about your girlfriends, and we'll see if you got a good pick or not. But even then, it is going to take you a lot of listening and a lot of vetting to make sure that you have someone that's willing to walk down the journey of life with you and add value to you. There's not one guy out here who's taking his business grind seriously that isn't gonna want like a girl that adds value to him. You know what I mean? And if that girl adds value, he doesn't necessarily want to replace you unless he has to. So you ladies, there's men that you need to select for, and then you need to do your best to keep these men, right? Because now that I'm thinking about it, right, if I were to talk to a girl and she's young and then she meets a guy who's like a cool hip-hoppity rapper shit, she might say, oh, I want to select for him, but maybe not see that if she selects for like the real estate agent at the time and he's already got like a portfolio built up and some equity in the game, that might be a better person to pair off with, because the music seems more cool and more badass at the time to her, so she can't see the longevity, she can't see the macro, she can't see the bigger pictures. But that's what it comes down to. When you're not being a bitch, you have to be able to convince her, not even convince her, you need to be able to lead her through mystery, and then upon revealing parts of yourself, lead her down the path that's going to show her that you are the best selection for her, because discovery trumps disclosure every single time, right? And when you do eventually lead her to the best versions of you, that is just the small piece of not being a bitch. That's just like really doing what you can to put yourself in the frame of being a good leader. And we just want you guys to get at least there, just to that point. You know what I mean? You will lose a lot of women along the way, but nobody said that this was going to be easy. There's a lot of businesses and a lot of things. You know what? I'll even put it in terms of this. Tez is out here. He's always getting women. I'd say I'm pretty much doing the same thing. And you got to be willing to always lose them, and you always got to be willing to hunt new ones. And in fact, I would go so far as to say you even need to train your women to do that for you too. But that's something I'll talk about on a different day.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the only way to be a good leader is by her falling into your frame. And the only way she can fall into your frame is by you fucking going with what you want, doing what you want to do, fucking saying what you believe, and that's how that works. So that's how you really get girls to fuck with you, and not be a fucking bitch. Like, have her fall into your frame. Like, what I want, this is what goes. And that's really how you decide what girl is for you. The girl that's leading with what can I do for him, not what can he do for me. Those are the ones that are really that you're really gonna fuck with and not fuck with you. So when the girl's looking to bring you value, like what you were saying, rather than like take from you, because most girls are coming in like, what the fuck can he do for me? What can he do for me? I want him to take me on trips, have these great ass experience. But a girl who really fucks with you so much, and she's thinking, what could I do for him? Because I want to keep him around so bad. I need to make sure I'm pleasing him, doing whatever the fuck he wants, because that's the only way I'm gonna keep him around. Now that girl who has the mindset of what can I do for him, that's the one that you're gonna keep around. That's the one who really likes you, actually respects you, and genuinely has that burning desire to be with you. And the only way to get her to that point is by being in your frame. She will never get to that point if you're falling into her frame, doing whatever the fuck she wants to do, because she knows deep down, she probably can't articulate it, but deep down, she is not biologically made, hardwired to be leading a fucking man. So if you're a guy who's falling into your girl's frame, she will never have that genuine burning desire as much as she possibly can for you, because it's just not, like, it doesn't feel right for her inside leading a fucking man, because she's not built to do that. So the only way to get her to fucking in the mindset to where she just wants to add value to your life, so you stick around and she just wants to keep you, is by you being the fucking leader and her falling into your frame. And how do you do that? By standing on your word, saying what the fuck you want to say, regardless of how she or what she thinks, or if she, don't be afraid of her leaving, Because the moment you start to behave a certain way because you're afraid if she's gonna leave you or not, that in her eyes it's lowering your value. So she can sense that you're kind of timid or you're not really saying what you believe because you're afraid she's gonna leave you, and that's telling her that she's the best that you can do. So if she's the best that you can do, then her value is higher than yours. So and she just senses it. Like, women are more, they pick up on mannerisms, body language. They're more social than us. They're better social creatures than us. So they pick up on that shit. So shit that you might not even be aware of, they're picking up subtle behaviors of you, like doing certain shit. Like if you're scared to say certain shit because you're like, damn, I don't know, I might not get no pussy tonight. She might fucking leave me and I'm going to be fucking alone. And this is the girl of my dreams. Like, when you start behaving timid like that, she's picking up on it. And like I said, that is insinuating that her value is higher than yours. Because the only way for your value to be higher than hers is by you not giving a fuck. You doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And she's going to be so much more attracted to you that way because she's like, damn, like, he really doesn't give a fuck. Like, he believes he's better than me. Like, the only way to get a girl to genuinely, like, have that burning desire for you is to be better than her and to think that you're better than her. And by being you can't be a bitch and also think, believe, behave, lead her like you're better than her. It just doesn't go hand in hand. So you're either a fucking good ass leader who's has frame, who's being the man that she needs you to be, a strong man, or the other hand, you're just being a bitch that's falling into her frame, doing whatever the fuck she wants you to do. And in your head, you're thinking you're doing the right thing by doing this. You're like, I'm doing whatever she wants. Logically, this makes sense. It goes back to what I said. We are opposites. No, you want her to do everything that you want to fucking do. That's what you want. But in her mind, she doesn't want you to do everything that she wants, because you're lowering your value because you're trying to please her. You're prioritizing her wants and needs over yours, which means that she's better than you. So, it means that she's better than you. So you got to do the fucking opposite. It's like you're fucking being too logical about this shit. Like, do not fucking do everything that she wants. Fucking say what you believe. Ruffle some feathers with her. Catch her off guard. She might not like it in the moment, but she's gonna respect it. And that's what we're aiming for, is respect. The moment you start prioritizing respect, you are getting that bitchness out of you, and you are becoming the man that you need to be and that you are capable of being.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna address a misrepresentation or a misconception about how that lifestyle is like for men, right? Normally, because of this like thing that we're doing here, I'm operating in a place of abundance. I'm usually coming from an abundant mind frame, right? So what does that mean? It means that in life, sometimes girls are a game, right? They're kind of like, I'm going to compare what that is, or like give you an analogy almost of what it's like if you were to compare the game of abundance that we're in, right? Some women you'll find, and they're like the jackpot, and they're going to stick with you through the game of life forever, from beginning to the end. They're always going to be there, right? But when you're not listening to Tez, and you don't listen to how to hold your respect, or if you don't operate from an abundant place, the misconception is that people are thinking, well, if you're just going to live like that and you're going to just keep going through women and you're not going to work on it with that girl even though she's giving you no compliance, well, you're just going to have like an infinite loop of women and you're just going to keep hooking up and it's just going to be like rotation, 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 rotation. That is a misconception. If anything, what happens is that when you're operating from such an abundant place, I'd consider this more like a game of DDR. Now, if you guys don't know DDR, shout out to the timelines, you know what I'm saying? DDR is a game that I used to know back in the day called Dance Dance Revolution. It's the game where all like the arrows are coming down and matching up. So it's be like up, down, left, right. And you got to dance on these arrows in order to win the game. And if you miss the alignment with one of the arrows, you've lost a point, and if you miss too many of those arrows, you've lost the game, right? And that's more closely what it is like to in not being a bitch. And let me give you a really good example, right? Let's say that you're in a scenario, you just met the girl, you're not deep into the relationship, it's just starting, and you're messaging her, and the energy's getting warm, then she stops texting you. Fuck it! Next, move on. Okay? We don't want you to sit there. We don't want you to mope. We don't want you to keep worrying about it. We don't want you to go ask your friends about it. We don't want you to stop. Keep up your fucking routine. Keep going to the gym. Keep working out. Keep building yourself up. But now, okay, what happened? Exactly what happens in dating. She gave you a little energy, you gave her a little energy, you gave her a little attention, she gave you a little sauce, and then it stopped. So now you got to keep playing the game, right? You got to keep evolving, and you got to keep playing the game. So that's going to happen a lot. And now, if you play that game, and as the levels get harder, the more that you know the woman, and you don't listen to what Tez just said, and you start making concessions, you're losing points. You might as well lose the whole fucking game and go start over with another woman, then turn yourself into a little husk of a bitch who's made so many concessions in the relationship to be near the woman, to be around the woman, to be amongst the woman, to be near her sexual presence, to be within her sexual energy, to see her boobs one more time, to play with her one last time, to feel the feelings of being around her once more after you've been consecutively fucking up. You'd be better to just abort the mission and go on a new path. What do you say to that, my guy?
Yeah, for sure, 1,000%. Because what that's telling you is you don't respect your time and you don't value your attention that you give out. Because if you're just going along with this shit for so long, it's like you don't value yourself. So it's like in sales, when you're talking, I'm thinking in sales. If you're selling a $5,000 product, you want to find out as quick as possible if this person's even qualified within like the first 2 minutes. Start asking probing questions. Okay, what do you do for work? Or how long you been working this job? Do you have a job? If the person tells you within the first fucking 2 seconds that they don't have a job, they've been out of a job for fucking 6 months, 9 out of fucking 10 times this person's not qualified. Sure, they might have just lost their job, they saved some money, but you can start to realize, get a good idea early on that the person's not qualified. So you want to do this with the girl as well. Start fucking behaving the way that you want to behave. So the earlier you can fucking see these traits in her, see if she's going to acquiesce to your program, the quicker you can fucking get rid of her or know to not take her serious. But the more you fucking follow along, go in her frame, fucking give her all this attention, do whatever the fuck she wants, it's just a ticking time bomb before she just keeps disrespecting you. And then she's either going to leave you, cheat on you, or do some foul shit to where you don't like, and it's just going to break your heart, or fucking you're going to be so fucking mad. But you've let this shit happen for so long, you didn't fucking behave this way in the beginning, so now you're dealing with the big ass problems that comes with it because you didn't do all the right shit up front. So you want to value your time and attention, and up front get rid of the girls who aren't worth it quick as fuck, or put them in that sex only category quick as fuck. Because the more you fucking just start to bend and fold to her beliefs and her wants, and fucking over time it's just gonna progress and progress. You keep falling into her frame, and then it's gonna start off small. She's just gonna start going against your word, or if you say you want to do something, she's going to say, no, I want to do this. That's really a sign of disrespect. In your head, you're not thinking anything of it. Like when you say, oh, I want to eat here, oh, we're going to do this, but she's like, no, I want to do this. Like, that's a fucking test. And as men, we don't see that as tests because we're like, who gives a fuck? Like, it doesn't mean anything to her. But in her eyes, she's testing to see if you're a really good leader. But you keep failing her fucking tests, and you keep doing whatever the fuck she wants to do because you just want to fuck her. And she knows that, and she's just testing you. And she's like, okay, if he says he wants to go to Chipotle, and I'm going to say I want to go to fucking Chick-fil-A, and his dumb ass is going to say, okay, babe, well, let's go to Chick-fil-A. And she's going to do this fucking every other day, and you're going to keep falling into her frame. And in her head, she's like, damn, he really has no backbone. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's not a good leader. He values me over him. And that's telling her that she is better than you. So the quicker you can just fucking have frame on your own and have her acquiesce to your fucking program, the quicker you're going to find out if she's worth anything or if she's not. So the only way to get rid of girls who are not worth shit early, or just to know which category to put them in, is by holding your frame and standing on your word early on.
Yo, applause on that shit, man. We are coming up to an hour of giving you guys sauce right now. And let me tell you something. Me and Tess have worked very hard to bring you guys a quality studio time, a quality show, a quality conversation, quality guests. And we haven't even stopped here. So I need you guys to hear me out for a little bit here. In order to support what we're doing, I need you guys to go hit the subscribe button. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to share 5-star with at least 5 of your friends. Bring them into the conversation. Loop them all in. Get them involved in the super chats. Get them involved in the live chats. Get them involved in being a participative audience member. Because we are doing the best that we can to do a lot of cool things that we're bringing to you guys. For example, one of the things I want to do as DJ Matchmaker is get you guys being matchmade for free, which is bro, I could talk to you guys about how people have approached me for like $10,000 matchmaking sessions, but we want you guys to start dating each other in the comments. We're going to give you all the sauce and episodes on how to do things like that. Me and Tez are literally going out of our way to bring you massive amounts of value every single fucking day. We need you to follow us on our link trees. We need you to go follow us on Twitter, 5-star. We need you to go follow us on TikTok. Get engaged in the conversation. Go ahead. If you see something in there that you want to talk about, comment, retweet it. And what you're going to see happening here is that me and Tez are going out of our way to bring you massive amounts of improvements. We've already got ourselves into, I believe this is our 14th episode, bro, which means we've already, by traditional media, passed season 1 of 5-star. We're already on, this is the second episode, technically, of 5-star season 2. The way in which we're shooting is just, again, it's top-notch quality. Me and Tez are giving you as much sauce as we can to bring you guys into the situ and bring you into the fold. We want to bring some of you guys out here. We will, if you ladies want to get on the show, direct message me directly at Life of Chris Livestream on Instagram. We're scaling an entire community right now, and you guys are getting that shit live. We are doing everything we can to bring you the sauce. It wouldn't even matter if you don't go follow my boy at @highdemand_Tez right now on IG, because if you don't support the co-host, man, we know where you stand. You just watching and you hating. You literally watching and you hating and you just want to be involved, and we're giving you the opportunity, to be better at dating. You got to be a better person. Maybe you should stop hating.
Yeah, hell yeah. Follow me on IG, fucking @highdemand_Tez, fucking TikTok, everything. I mean, do what the fuck. If you don't want to follow me, cool. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, follow me. Fucking you can if you want. Fucking you got value. Just fuck with us. But we're gonna keep adding value. So people who fuck with us, they're gonna fuck with us. If not. But yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, we gave you a lot of sauce. We planned out this episode. We planned out the time. We're making it more and more timely, more and more value that we're looking to bring into the show for you guys. So, again, please, the more that you show support in Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, follow us, find us everywhere. We are going to be delivering massive amounts of value to you guys going forward, and this conversation is just like a sprinkle of how much we really want to bring you live from the streets of Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Florida, Boca Raton, everywhere out here in the actual dating scene, where people and hot women and sugar daddies and craziness and low standards and high standards are literally fucking everywhere. We are doing the best that we can to bring you abundance and fortune. You can only find it here on 5-star.
Let's go. We already gave him a fire ass episode.